Welcome to Pickleball Live here on Championship Sunday inside our Pickleball TV studios in Santa Monica, California. I'm Danny Klepinger, joined by Matt Manasse, Kamryn Blackwood. You guys have made it through this entire week. You two should both get a gold medal as well. It's been an impressive performance. It's been fun. Later on, of course, we're going to have Dave Fleming join us. We're going to figure out how to become domination station in the kitchen.
Yes.
But first, we got to recap everything we've seen. Matt, what's a highlight for you today?
Today, Federico Staksrud, Hayden Patrick, their third tournament playing together, their third gold medal. Absolutely unbelievable. Federico Staksrud, steady Eddie on that left side. Hayden Patrick, just so dominant from the right, being so aggressive. He's the second best player in the world, in my opinion, on the doubles court. So kudos to them.
We will take a look at that match a bit later on. Cam, what stood out to you?
I mean, we have to just talk about her. Anna Leigh Waters, her 10th Triple Crown, her 30th in her career at 17 years old.
It's
17 years old. I mean,
unbelievable.
I don't know what the ceiling is for her, but it is terrifying for any other women in pickleball right now.
Well, let's see how she did it, shall we? Because it was a very, very busy day for Anna Leigh Waters. She started on the women's doubles court with Catherine Parento in the final. Everyone was looking forward to. The girlies made this one tough, Cam.
They did. Take a look back at Dallas at Worlds. It was the girlies who took this match there. So I know they went back. They did a lot of homework here on the side of Catherine Parento, Anna Leigh Waters. They had a tough time in that first game, but afterwards you see 11-5, 11-5. But I will say that fourth game, I really thought that you would have Anna Bright, Rachel come back, but it was all Anna Leigh Waters. She can just take it to another level and then another level. Anytime she steps on the court, I'd love to see earlier she had an ATP from the baseline here, but good for them to really regroup and find what works against a very tough team there with the girlies. Congrats to them.
Good win there for Anna Leigh Waters and Catherine Parento. Then they needed to split up and face off again mixed doubles. Anna Leigh Waters this time turning to her attention to her partner, Ben Johns. Matt, what did you see?
Yeah, definitely not a downgrade to go with Ben Johns. Anna Leigh Waters, Ben Johns going for their 43rd title. And Ben Johns, this was the only match of the day that he had to play, and he came out hot. So aggressive, continuing that great play from semifinals Saturday. Parento and Alshon, we thought Alshon could be huge through the middle. Parento very solid on the right side, it was not enough for the number one team in the world today. Played it massive. Ben Johns closing out in style as he usually does. And the number one team, Ben Johns, Anna Leigh Waters, not even close. 11-3, 11-3, and 11-1 in the games that they won. Unbelievable effort.
Crazy. 45 mixed doubles titles together as a duo. Insane. Well, that's 2 titles in one day for Anna Leigh Waters. Can the 17-year-old make a 3 against Paris Todd? She sure can, Cam.
She sure can. And we talked about it yesterday. She just has the routine for the day. Started off in women's doubles, had it in women's singles. It was not an easy day for her. Paris Todd has beat her before. Yes, it was 2 years ago, but it was here in San Clemente. And Anna Leigh Waters said in her post-game, she goes, I got revenge for the 15-year-old Anna Leigh Waters out there, but she's really put in a lot of work. She said she wasn't happy with her performance all around in Dallas at Worlds, so she really went back on the court. I think this is the fittest she has looked all year here at the end of the year. That's pretty hard to do with such a long season that we have in pickleball. It was a lot of back and forth. They both have such great ground strokes there. I would say Paris Todd is the one who's tested her the most towards the end of the year. We had Kate Fahey, but it really has been Paris Todd to take it to her. But it was Anna Leigh Waters in the end, finishing it out with her 3rd win of the day.
Arm's got to be a little heavy there. Those are some impressive trophies, and she got 3 of them today. Yes, that's 30 triple crowns in her career, most, of course, of all time. 10 just this year alone. 33-0 in finals since her loss to Paris Todd back in 2022 in San Clemente. It's absolutely unbelievable what she has been able to do at 17 years old. Can she sustain this?
I think she can, and I think she will. I think, they're going to have to clean it up sometimes with Catherine Parento just because the different partnerships can cause different troubles. I don't see any trouble on the mixed double side of things. And women's singles, she's only going to get faster and she's going to get stronger. So I don't see her not winning next year at all.
Matt would like to somehow jump in and just force them to have to mix up with Ben Johns.
She should not have to play with Ben Johns. We should rip that pairing apart. There's no suspense on Championship Sunday.
He's like,
they beat everybody.
I'm free.
Yes. Still could probably win with me, maybe not. But she's unbelievable. There's no holes in the game, really. This year, she improved the forehand. That was kind of a hole or a weakness. That shored up. The only thing, maybe get a better overhead. Right now, the forehand out of the air from up high is even harder than her overhead. She can fix that, maybe even more firepower to finish off points and close points. But unbelievable. She's too good.
Yeah, and we've said about it before, and when we've done post-match interviews, her and Kamryn Printo. Kamryn has one of the best backhand flicks on the women's side. You also have Anna Bright working on it. And so I think that's also a shot that she would look to implement into her game. And it would only set up Ben Johns more, Kamryn more. I mean, it would almost be like tough at this point to just keep adding more and more shots to her repertoire. But man, if she gets 2 more of those shots,
and it's insane.
Let's look at 40 Triple Crowns.
She's not taking more than like 2 weeks off here. Half week off. She's playing Daytona with her mother in a few weeks. So she'll be back on a court very soon. Probably win a doubles title there, too.
And I think that's going to be good for her to step back on the court with her mom. That's where they started. I think it's going to bring a lot of the joy back because she doesn't really care if she wins or loses, but I think it's good to kind of find that joy at the end of the year with such a long season because we got to come right back to the Masters in January.
Look, Matt, I know you like a thesaurus, but we're running out of synonyms for saying just how dominant Anna Waters is. But we got to also talk about what happened in men's doubles. You brought it up at the top of the show. This was one match that you thought would go the distance, Cam, but Federico Staksrud and Hayden Patrick-Quinn teamed up 3 times and are proving that all they do is win.
Yeah, it was a new partnership on the side of Gabe Tardio and J.W. Johnson. They're looking to play some more next year, and my deciding factor, Matt and I talked about it, was going to be J.W. Johnson. How was his demeanor going to be? If he can be really intense and on fire, it's hard to beat him, but all they did was isolate him. Gabe Tardio barely got any balls right there in the middle. It was all Hayden Patrick-Quinn, Fed Staksrud. They're just getting better and better and just, I think, finding really the comfortability with each other's partnerships, knowing, you know what, when we step on the court, watch out, we're going to take the win.
And they're the 3 seed. 3 seed, 3 titles, 3 times playing together. Pretty impressive. Let's get to the men's singles. Hunter Johnson has dominated this matchup against Conor Garnett, won 6 of their 7 previous meetings, Matt.
Absolute domination station for Hunter Garnett. 6-1 going into it. This was going to be tough for Conor from the beginning. And Hunter Johnson, these passing shots, the grunts that followed them as well, the belief is certainly on his side, and he did not look back. Game 2, Conor Garnett did have a game point, but this was shut down quickly. Good night. And then on his serve, in Hunter Johnson fashion, with the massive passing shot again, started the year outside the top 40, finishes with a gold medal at the CIBC finals. Kudos to Hunter. Paris behind him, his dad behind him, the whole fam. Hoist that trophy, very well deserved.
So fascinating to start the year outside top 40. Came into this at 4 in the world and now lifting the title. Very impressive. It's been such a fun championship Sunday. We got to check in with Dave Fleming, who's been at San Clemente for all of it. Dave, I've asked these 2 what the highlights were for them. Got to know what yours was as well.
Well, let's put AL Dub aside because it's just, as you guys mentioned, you've run out of words to use of the thesaurus. I'm going to Swagalicious H. I mean, just unbelievable. Comes out here and dominates and does it in a special way. He doesn't care that it's his St. Louis Shock partner cross court. He is lighting up Gabe Tardio, and he's walking out of here with a gold medal. He and his buddy Fed are undefeated. This is a kid whose arrow is still pointing up, too. That's what's scary about him. So I love what he did, and then I love the parity on the men's side in this event. No player was playing for 2 gold medals on the men's side. That hasn't happened in a long time, and that just tells you how hard it is to win here on the Carvana PPA Tour.
Well, instead of taking a look at today, I want to take a look at the entire year of 2024. Dave, what was your biggest surprise, whether it was from a team, whether a player? Who was it and why?
It's got to be Kate Fahey for me. If you're an account manager at American Express in April and then you're winning titles on the Carvana PPA Tour later in the year, finishing 3rd in Major League Pickleball, it's got to be that. What a rise for her. She is another player with the arrow pointing straight up into the air. She wants it. She's going to get better at doubles. Her singles is terrific. So watch out for Kate Fahey because she is spectacular.
Dave, the best thing about the year-end finals, we get to look ahead to 2025. I need a Dave Fleming bold prediction for 2025.
You're going to see a lot of different players winning across the board on the men's side, and AL Dub is going to keep dominating. What she's able to do is keep separating from her to the rest of the field, and despite how well Anna Bright Rachel Rohrbacher, Kate Fahey I mentioned, obviously Catherine Parento. She is going to keep widening that gap because she keeps adding shots. One-handed flick. She runs around her forehand. People, don't run around your forehand on the right side of the court, and yet she does it. So her dominance continues. The fellas are going to keep trading it around, especially when we're talking about men's doubles, because we saw, cue the Taylor Swift, the breakup of J-Dub and Dylan, and that had a trickle-down effect. I can't wait to see who grabs it, because let's remember, the GOAT on the other side, Ben Johns, only played one time yesterday and one time today. So what's his response to all this? Because guess what? I brought you up, Ben, and I didn't have to. We're talking about Annalee Waters a lot. What is his impetus to go grab a whole bunch more trophies in 2025? I can't wait to see.
Well, Dave, you mentioned the GOAT. That would be you out there in San Clemente. We appreciate you hopping on and joining us. Enjoy some football. We won't let you know what's going on, but just enjoy it.
Thank you guys very much, and great job there.
Great to see you. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do some quick hands questions coming up. We'll just see what these answers are. Who do you think has quicker hands? We're not sure yet.
Oh, we know who has quicker hands.
Well, would Carlos Alcaraz, how would he fare against Annalee Waters on the pickleball court? We're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Pickleball Live. Let's take a look at our champions here on Championship Sunday. That is our 5 divisions and disciplines, and look at who we have here. Annalee Waters, Catherine Parento getting their 25th career title together. Hunter Johnson and the jump he has made here in 2024, absolutely unbelievable. 3rd gold medal in the last 7 tournaments. Annalee Waters yet again with Ben Johns. As Matt talked about, just absolutely unbelievable, that pairing. Federico Sackstrom, Hayden Patrick Quinn getting their 3rd career title together in 3 times that they've played each other. It's 3 titles for them. That's pretty impressive. And then Annalee Waters cleaning it up for her 30th Triple Crown, 10th of just this year. It's time for some quick hands questions as we welcome you into the very fun studio. Everyone's warming up their hands. I don't know why I am. I'm certainly not doing anything other than fielding them some questions here. But who is the 2nd best player on the women's tour?
Right now, Catherine Parento, all 3 disciplines. Yes, she's fallen a little bit in singles right now, but if you look at all 3, Catherine Parento.
I'm going to go Anna Bright. Anna Bright, I like her in mixed doubles. I like her in gender doubles, obviously.
Can't say too much in singles.
No, can't say too much in singles. Singles, Paris Todd, Kate Fahey, Caitlin Christian, there's others.
No, but you're just picking one.
Yeah,
so
I'm not good at this game. No one said so.
Kind of sounds like Cam 1, Matt 0. Okay, what would be the score, speaking of scores, if Carlos Alcaraz played Annalee Waters?
Well, we're talking singles. It would be 11-1, 11-4, Annalee Waters. Woo! At least that first time, because they played tomorrow. He's never played singles, only doubles. This is in New York at the Palace Hotel. I played with him last year. Unbelievable hands. Has great instinct on a pickleball court, obviously. Give him a month, though, in singles. The court coverage would be out of control.
I think he'll get 1 point in the first game. I have 11-1 as well, but I think once she gets a feel for his game 2, it's going to be 11-2. So 1 and 2, he's only getting 3 points. I think she's going to make him look silly out there with the spins drop. I mean, she hit an ATP from the baseline today.
No respect for Carlos Alcaraz.
No, 17-year-old, go AL.
Well, I will say Matt did throw out a slight flex there, being really quickly, but he played with Carlos Alcaraz.
Sure. That's fine. He needs a point. Give it to him.
We'll give it to him on that one. What will Ben Johns' singles ranking be at the end of 2025?
5th. I think he can stay in the top 5 right now. I think with other players, you have Kwang Duong coming in, you have Connor Garnett and Federico Sackstrom, you have Hunter Johnson. I just don't. His points are going to keep him there, but I see him being rounding out top 5.
I think he falls outside of the top 5. Those names, others coming in. The points at the end of next year won't be there from this year. I think he's going to fall out unless he can get a little bit more physical, change the game, maybe improve that 2-handed backhand from the baseline. Backhand's improved from the kitchen line. Can he do it from the baseline? We'll see.
I'm going to have him make the call to Ben and let him know.
Yeah, you tell him. I'm a little bit more optimistic, so I'm going to give that one to Cam.
Wow.
I like to stay happy around here. Happy faces, okay? Which player has the best celebrations?
Go for it, Cam.
Hunter Johnson.
Ooh.
I really think, it's just such a, almost like a Rafael Nadal when he runs up and he always jumps, gives the fist pump, and gives glory to God there. But I just love it, and it's just so sweet and innocent.
Oh, but look at Tyson McGuffin here. Let me hear you from the crowd. The most electrifying man in sports, the tats. I don't know what that move is, but I like it. Tyson McGuffin. Give me more, Tyson. Come on now.
I will say, when he can slam and shotgun beers, I will give it to Tyson on that one because it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Well, it does sound like, Kim, that you agreed with Matt, so now I have to give him a point. At first, I was going with you, but now we are tied up at 2 apiece. Is this a game show? It is certainly not, but we're turning it into one because we like competition around here. So what are your thoughts on PPA post-match handshakes?
Ooh, well, I'd like them to be a little bit more lengthy. Sometimes they're a little too short. You're at the kitchen line, so you walk straight away and it's like, up, boom. It's like a WTA handshake sometimes. No shade to the WTA, but their handshakes aren't that great. So we need to get a little bit better. Look each other in the eye. Act like you mean it. Don't just walk off the court and be a sour whatever. Just get out of there.
That's my handshake to Matt all the time. It's like I could care less to even shake his hand, but that's fine. I think what they need to do, honestly, is take away the in-game paddle tap. So after 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, I don't like that. I think that can leave the game. I don't think it's disrespectful. You don't really see the NBA like at halftime, hey man, like, good job.
Everyone.
Let's go to like the second half. That's a little weird to me. But yeah, at the end, I think give a nod. You just lost. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're all adults here. But I do think we just came from, park sport to now being on TV. I think there's a lot of learning from the players that you're on TV. We really need to kind of up the level here. But yeah, that's how I give my handshake.
There just needs to be a level of maturity where, like, all right, we just battled against each other.
Talk about maturity.
We respect each other, real embrace, and then we move on. Just like, all right, so if we're doing a game show and I win 3-2 like I just did, congratulations, Cam.
It's really interesting, though, because you both kind of agreed there. So we're just going to call that one split.
I hate agreeing with
so you are both tied up, which means we have one more.
Okay, great.
One rule change you'd like to have happen or experiment with next year.
I would like to see the 3 out of 5 on Championship Sundays only be for the majors. It's a long weekend, especially if it's not progressive draw. You can have people playing 7 singles matches and then 7 doubles and then mixed doubles to then go play 3 out of 5 on a Sunday. I think it's excessive, especially for the long season we have. Let's just leave it for the majors. Let's leave it for Worlds, and let's move on.
We need a referee review, even if you don't have a timeout. Yesterday, Annalie Waters, Catherine Parenteau, they were playing Mari Humberg. She had a forehand on the line that was in at 10-9 to get them to 10-all. No timeout left. They weren't allowed to challenge. We need to change that. If a ball's in, we need to make sure it's in. So add that, please, to 2025.
Yeah, I think with the money on the line, we have to get there.
Okay, so you're agreeing with him, but I feel like I like this change a little bit more. So I do believe Cam is the winner.
What was her change? I didn't even listen to that.
Non-game show game.
It's winner.
Quick hands challenge.
Love that for me.
Hey, these are quick hands questions, and Cam, you won. Okay? Clap it up for her. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do some fun experimenting in the kitchen. And we, of course, still have our top 5 pickle points of the week to get to as well. You don't want to miss that. That's what's coming up next on Pickleball Live. Welcome back to Pickleball Live. Don't be upset that the PPA finals are over. There's still lots to come as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. Daytona Beach Open. We just heard that Annalie Waters will be playing with her mom in that one. That's December 18th through the 22nd. Something to look forward to. The Masters, of course, January 6th through 12th. Australia Pickleball Open. Yes, the tour is going down under, taking their talents international. It's going to be a fun one. For a complete schedule, make sure you visit ppa.com/schedule.
I'm Matt Manasse, a.k.a. Pickleball McNasty, coach of the Stars.
You are the pickleball instructor of the Stars,
That's what they
so
say.
I feel like there's a lot that I could lean from you. So
I mean, there's so much to work on, but you know an overhead? Give me one to do.
Money.
I love that. Now we just got to control it. Do it right slowly before you progress to trying it fast.
Come on.
Thanks for coming out, man.
Aaron, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, last day, and it is demo time. We are going to learn how to be experts from the kitchen line. All right, Cam, so first we're going to talk about active dinks versus passive dinks.
Okay.
If I'm standing across from you and we're dinking, if I'm hitting a passive dink, yes, it looks like it's in the kitchen. We're all having a good time, but it's attackable. It's sitting up and down because at any time, I can flick it at you. Great hands. You do have quick hands, like the game show said.
Thank you. Can you repeat that, please, Mr. Manasse?
But what I want to do at the kitchen line is I want to push you around and hit active dinks, which means I want to push.
Watch that ball right behind you.
You're good. Thank you.
I know. I do care about you a little.
I want to.
Oh, crap.
I want to push through the ball and have you moving, because if you're moving, hopefully there's a ball that gets by you. Maybe it'll sit up. You don't keep ones that sit up, do you? Oh, I have to reach in. What's going on? Come on, Kamryn, you're supposed to leave one up. Oh no. No juice on this paddle.
You would know.
And again, most of the time from the kitchen line, Cam, I'm gonna have you go cross court. We're gonna be dinking cross court because the net is lower in the middle. And again, I don't want to let every ball bounce, right? If I let every ball bounce, I'm not taking time and space away from my opponent.
Right.
Which is why I want to eventually plant myself on that kitchen line, get low, and reach in. Again, if my feet are behind this line, I can take balls out of the air.
So it's okay to either be up at the kitchen line or off the line, because sometimes we see maybe a player, let's say Jesse Irvin.
Yes.
He kind of likes to sit off a little bit more for maybe a counter here, but you see Ben Johns more up at the kitchen line. Is one right or wrong?
No, not at all. So Jessie, I know she doesn't want to take a dink where she's too off balance, because then, yes, just because you get it out of the air doesn't mean it's going to be an offensive or good dink. Sometimes it's better to step off that line, use that pivot foot, hit an offensive dink, and then come back to the kitchen line. But if I can take it out of the air and push you, that's a good thing to do.
Can you speed up on both, whether you're stepping off the line or taking it out of the air? Is it okay to do it for both, or do you have a preference?
You can do it both, yeah. Okay. If it's high enough, if that's yellow or green, like Tyson McGuffin likes to say, not red from down here, but green or yellow or green, yes, 100%. Or I can step back off with the pivot foot and fire it up the line.
Let's see some out of the air here.
Yep.
Going cross court.
I'm getting low. I want to be nice and loose with the paddle.
And see how much time it takes away from.
Taking time and space away, and then maybe I can flick it, spin it. But let's see if we can get it in the bucket challenge.
All right, let's do it. Well, let's get the master of the bucket challenge, because it's
I know, Danny's going to have to do some of these. In
Come
field
on
again.
in. Come on in.
Where are we putting this?
We're going to put it right here.
Alrighty.
And we're going to go cross court, and then Matt is going to take it out of the air. That is our goal.
Is this too
Straight
high up? Should I back it
into-
up a little bit? Where is it supposed to go?
in the kitchen.
A little bit this
more
way.
in.
All right, we'll get low
He needs
here.
it really close.
I really need really easy.
Yeah, he needs it really easy. I'm going to go bounce first.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
What is
Oh
going
my
on here?
goodness.
Don't be so shocked, Matt.
What is going on here? I mean, come on. Oh no!
That was what we call an air
This
ball.
is what's
in
going to
hoops.
happen. And then
Not good.
we're
All
going to
right.
have Danny make
You're
it.
gonna
Is
have
what's
to
going to
make
Danny's
happen.
gonna make all three. This
Yeah.
is embarrassing. Part
Yeah.
4. All right, here
The
we go.
bounce first.
All right, out of the air. Ooh. All right, we'll bounce one. Let's see if you can get out of the air, Cam. Oh
Okay,
man.
Okay, I'm almost there. This was it. I'm good. I'm okay.
Oh, right
All right,
there.
all right, Danny.
No.
We have our chance.
Danny, get that smiley face paddle.
This is part of Matt
it's
and I's
happy.
plan. We're like, let's just miss it.
Let's just message.
All
Try
right.
to make her
Let's see
feel
what you
better,
got.
folks.
You're in-
You know what? That's called good teammates, okay?
Yeah, we
You're
love
in
you.
Pittsburgh Steelers colors. They won
This
today.
is for you.
All right, so first
Hopefully.
one bounce out of the air.
Oh, too
Okay.
hard. Too hard. No.
No, you're good.
All right, you got to make the dink first.
We do.
All right, take that out of the air. And there, that's how it's done.
That's what we do. We're like, oh.
Everyone, this is what we call great teammates. They're great teachers, coach of the stars. What does that make you? Coach of everyone?
Coach of Matt, like better than
Right.
Matt. Whatever.
That's coach.
Handshake?
He's got to learn it from somewhere.
What else? What else?
Great job, great job,
Great job.
great job.
Don't go anywhere. Our pickle
job.
points of the day. We're going to work on these handshakes.
You're so good. Oh my
Give me
God.
another ball, give me another ball. Give me the
Oh,
ball.
you didn't want a handshake.
Out
Where
of
is
the
it?
air, Matt. Out of the air. Welcome back to Pickleball Live. We have Danny Clutchinger, as they call her. makes it again. She's been doing it all week long.
Wow.
We do have the Coach to the Scars, but you know what? Just go to her Instagram. She has all the tips and tricks to get you to the pro level.
Today, it was all about wearing a cape, trying to be Superman out there. Look, can we get to the actual pickle picks, the top 5 plays of the week? Women's doubles final today. This point had it all, Cam.
It did. It's so tough to win a point against any of these ladies on the court. It almost was on the side of Kamryn and Annalie Waters. Crisscross applesauce, almost running into each other. I mean, how many points does it take to win over here? They can dig out anything. Their speed is absolutely incredible. Anticipation, we talked about that with Annalie Waters all weekend long, but it was Rachel Rohrbacher with the angled win.
Woo. At number 5, you like it. Let's get to 4, shall we? Because Tyson McGuffin, one of the stories early on in this week, undefeated in pool play. Check out this 2-shot pass.
Oh,
Matt.
yeah. Tyson McGuffin, the most electrifying man in sport against Pablo Tellez. He went 3-0 in pool play for good reason. And not just because of the Ferrari forehand, but that one-handed backhand, too, and then the clean put away. Let's hear it, San Clemente. Tyson McGuffin, the most electrifying man in sport. Look at that one-handed backhand and then the 2-shot pass. Oh, yeah.
He's still got it.
He does.
Still
He's not going anywhere.
Got it.
In the celebration, you hear that? I'm not going anywhere. Doesn't matter how old I am. Let's get to 3, Stack Strud and Garnett. Garnett closing out the match with an ATP.
Yeah, it was a semifinal here, and, you know, we like to call him the two-way nation. He has one of the best two-handed backhands on tour. I mean, people say, oh, women have the best backhands. It is Connor Garnett, and his anticipation, you want to talk about Annalie's anticipation, it's Connor Garnett with the speed and coming in clutch in the semis.
At 2, the best mixed doubles team in the world, Matt.
Are you sick of Annalie Waters yet? Because you're going to see her again against James Ignatowicz and Megan Dizon in pool play. The ATP, Dizon with the hands up. That's the whole draw with the hands up because Annalie Waters, unbelievable effort there. What can't she do?
Nothing.
What's better than that? Well, let's check out the number 1, shall we? Another great point from the mixed champs. All 4 players covering the entire court, showing off literally all the shots.
I still remember this point when I watched it live. It was so incredible. There's so much athleticism on both sides, especially with Christian Alston. He was digging out everything. And who's his partner? Oh, just the other girl who digs out everything as well, Kamryn. I thought she was going to get to that point. She has one of the best slides
we needed to see a slide
on the
there.
hard court there. You want to talk about Hunter Johnson doing the splits. Kamryn is one of the best at it, too. But a great point there played by Ben Johns. I don't know how you don't smile after that point. He's like, yeah, that's routine. That's easy.
Those pickle picks were good. We had a great tournament here. This has been a whole lot of fun. And now we have to talk about what's coming up because obviously the end of the year, but there's still a lot to look forward to.
A ton. There's Daytona. There's Australia next year, which is going to be amazing. The PPA Tour going international. I can't wait to see what type of talent we have overseas. So it's really just beginning.
I can't wait to watch Annalie Waters and Mama Coach Lee Waters back on the court. I remember I played them. Like, I would play against them. Yeah, absolutely. They were the team to beat. They were absolutely incredible. I mean, that's where Annalie Waters has really learned so much from her really studying the game and stepping in right from the very beginning of the sport. So I remember them in their outfits and just dominating the game. So I can't wait to see them again.
They're probably a favorite in Daytona.
I could see them winning it. My gosh, I really could.
Well, you two are a favorite for us here at Pickleball TV because you guys have absolutely crushed this week. Can we clap it up in the studio for them? I mean, my goodness.
Not for Matt.
Excellent job, Coach of the Stars, Coach of Matt. And Ben, you absolutely crushed it this week at Pickleball Live. We appreciate all of you joining us as well. Thank you for teaching me a thing or two. It was Championship Sunday, 5 different disciplines, 5 titles, and lots to celebrate in San Clemente.